Y'all, things just got serious, like real serious. Mama Jones just came out and revealed something major about Chrissy Lampkin, and this isn't your usual gossip. We're talking full-on drama, secrets, and even a serious health issue no one saw coming. Turns out Chrissy might be dealing with leukemia, and Jim Jones is heartbroken. But that's not even the whole story. Mama Jones isn't staying quiet anymore. She's been suspicious of Chrissy for years, but now she's spilling things that have people across the industry completely stunned. So what exactly did she find out? Is Chrissy really fighting a deadly illness? Or is this some twisted reality show stunt that got out of hand? Social media is blowing up and people are asking why Chrissy kept this hidden for so long. Why didn't she say anything? What is Jim dealing with behind closed doors? Trust me, what we're about to go through is wild. So grab your snacks, hit that like button, and let's get into what's really going on. Here's what happened. News just broke that Chrissy Lampkin and Jim Jones are facing one of the biggest challenges in their entire relationship. And who brought it out into the open? None other than Mama Jones. You already know when she says something, it's either messy, dramatic, or just plain explosive. And this time, it's all three. Let's back up a bit. Chrissy and Jim have never had the smoothest relationship. If you watched Love and Hip Hop, you saw the roller coaster yourself. They've been engaged for over a decade with no wedding, constant back and forth drama, and Mama Jones has never approved of Chrissy. Remember when she straight up told Chrissy, "You'll never be my daughter-in-law"? That moment went viral. But now things have taken a darker turn. According to sources, Chrissy has been battling leukemia, and she didn't tell anyone. Not her fans, not her closest friends, and not even Jim. That's right, Jim had no clue. Now, how do you hide something that serious from the person you've been with for so long? Here's where it gets messier. The way the truth came out is like something out of a reality show, except this is real life. Mama Jones has always been overprotective of Jim and super critical of Chrissy. She's accused her of being a gold digger, manipulative, and trying to come between mother and son. So when Chrissy started acting different, Mama Jones got suspicious. Sources say Chrissy stopped going out. And if you know her, you know she loves to be seen, parties, events, red carpets. But for the past few months, she's been nowhere. She started wearing wigs more often, which isn't unusual, but something about it felt off. She also lost a lot of weight very quickly, and fans started noticing. People were leaving comments like, "Chrissy, are you okay?" That's when Mama Jones decided to investigate. She went through Jim's stuff and found medical documents, blood test results, doctor's notes, all of it. And everything pointed to one thing. Chrissy has leukemia. Now hold up. Why was Mama Jones the one finding this out? Why wasn't Jim saying anything? And more importantly, why was Chrissy keeping it from him? Sources say Chrissy knew about her condition, but tried to act like everything was normal. She posted happy pictures, stayed active on Instagram, and told Jim she just had a cold. But a cold doesn't cause you to lose hair. A cold doesn't require secret treatments. A cold doesn't come with doctors giving you a serious timeline. So why hide it? 3 possible reasons have come up. First, Chrissy didn't want to look weak. Reality TV stars often want to appear strong, like nothing can touch them. Maybe she didn't want to be seen as vulnerable or sick. Second, she may have feared Jim would leave her. Their relationship has always been rocky, and maybe she thought this would push him away. Or worse, lead to cheating. Third, she didn't want to deal with Mama Jones. And let's be real, Mama Jones would have used this to throw more shade and say, "See, I told you she wasn't the one for my son." But here's where it really takes a turn. When Jim finally found out, he was crushed. People close to him say he completely broke down. The man who's always been confident, always bragging in his music, was suddenly quiet, emotional, and unsure what to do. He sat in his car crying for hours, not knowing who to call or how to handle the fact that his longtime partner might not have much time left. And just when you'd think Jim would step up and support her, Chrissy shut him out. She wouldn't talk about it, wouldn't answer his questions, didn't let him come to doctor's appointments, and even started sleeping in a different room. That left Jim even more confused. Why would she push him away now, after everything they've been through? Some people say she was scared of losing him. Others believe she was in denial and didn't want to face it. But the wildest part? There's a rumor floating around that her illness might not be natural. Yep, you heard that right. Some are suggesting that this wasn't just bad luck, that someone may have done something to make her sick. Sounds like a conspiracy, but there are people whispering that this might go back to someone from Jim's past. A few months back, Tahiri and Jim were seen at the same event. Not long after that, Chrissy's health suddenly started to decline. That's when quiet whispers started spreading, something about a strange illness that nobody wanted to speak about openly. And here's where things start getting suspicious. If you've been keeping up, you already know this isn't Tahiri's first time being linked to some messy drama. She's had a history of being involved in sneaky behavior. Now, I'm not directly accusing Tahiri of doing anything to Chrissy, but let's be honest, the timing is a little too convenient. Chrissy is seriously ill, and out of nowhere, someone she's had problems with in the past is back around. Something about that doesn't sit right. Then there's the issue of money. Lots of it. Word is, a huge portion of Jim's money has disappeared over the last few months. We're talking millions. And when Mama Jones started digging into the situation, because we all know she doesn't mess around when it comes to her son's finances, she uncovered something strange. The missing money was being used to pay for some quiet, behind-the-scenes medical treatments for Chrissy. So now the question becomes, why all the secrecy? Why the private payments and off-the-record medical care? If Chrissy's illness is really just leukemia, something that sadly affects many people, then why all the hidden transactions? Who is Jim trying to keep quiet, and what is he hiding? There are now rumors floating around that this might not just be about medical bills. Some sources are saying the money Jim has been spending might actually be hush money, meaning someone out there might know something they shouldn't, and now Jim's trying to keep them from speaking out. Think about it for a second. What if Chrissy didn't just get sick on her own? What if someone had a hand in what's happening to her? Could Tahiri or someone else from Chrissy's past be involved? Or did Chrissy get herself into something dangerous that spiraled out of control? It gets even messier. There are whispers that Chrissy might have been involved in shady business before her health took a turn. We're talking about serious stuff like money laundering, secret deals, maybe even something tied to street life. We all know Chrissy has always stood by Jim and been about her business, but some people believe she may have been running side hustles that put her at risk. Now that she's sick, some folks are wondering if this isn't just a tragic health issue, but possibly revenge. They say she might have crossed the wrong people, and when she tried to walk away, they made sure she couldn't. That's where things get dark. If Chrissy didn't just fall ill naturally, if someone caused this, then who would do such a thing? Is it an ex from Jim's past? Someone she had a deal with? Or could this be something much bigger, something organized? Even worse, some sources say Jim has known for a while that something wasn't right. That her sickness wasn't just random. That's why he's been so secretive and stressed. Why else would he be paying hospitals under the table? Why hide her medical records instead of being upfront about what's really going on? Mama Jones didn't even know about any of this until she started digging herself. That says a lot. If this situation is more than just a health scare, Jim might actually be trying to protect Chrissy from something much more dangerous. So here's the real question. Is Chrissy safe? Is Jim planning to do something in response? To whoever might be behind this? And most importantly, who's next to be exposed? Because let me tell you, this whole situation isn't over. Not even close. In the next part, we're breaking down what all this could mean, what the fallout might look like, and whether we're looking at one of the biggest scandals ever connected to love and hip-hop. If you thought the last part had twists, what's coming next is going to hit even harder. Secrets are about to come out and hidden motives are being exposed. So keep watching, because things are about to take another wild turn.